about this on the Shelly Salas Real Estate Show, that I wanted to provide our platform to our audience for any local business owner out there who right now is struggling because of what's going on with coronavirus. A lot of businesses are getting dramatically affected, guys, and I tried to figure out what was a good idea for us to do. And one of the things that we collaborated as a team was, hey, why don't we bring on local business owners onto our Facebook Live and give them our audience, our platform, so this way they can share their story, how long they've been in business, what is it that they're doing right now. Has coronavirus affected them? And if so, how has it affected them? And are they doing anything different? Are their doors still open? And if so, we're again giving the platform to them, so this way they can reach out to all of you and let you know whether or not they are open, how you can get a hold of them. So this way we can help our local business owners, guys. Right now we're in unprecedented territory. We have no idea what impact what's going on right now is going to have in the economy, our local economy as a whole. So we're trying to do anything in our power to help our local business owners right now who are struggling severely because of the lack of folks coming in through their doors. So today I'm sitting down and talking with Jimmy. Jimmy is the owner of Defense America there in Coppers Cove. So Jimmy, let's start off by telling the audience a little bit about you, a little bit about your school there in Coppers Cove. What is it that you do? How long have you been in business? Let's start there.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, annyeonghaseyo mika. For the Korean audience out there, yes, ma'am. Well, I've grown up. I've lived in this area my whole life. I'm going to be 45 this month, and
Happy birthday.
My dad's retired military, so I'm not. I never served military myself, but I wear the first cav patch in honor of my first sergeant retired my father. And yeah, I started martial arts training in 1984. So I'm like 36 years in as far as my training. But my business in Coppers Cove was opened by my grandmaster Kang Lee, who had a U.S. Taekwondo college in Killeen, I believe, starting in '96. So we opened the Cove location in 1998. So February was actually our 22nd year that we've been teaching in Coppers Cove.
Oh wow! So you have deep roots in Coppers Cove.
I'm sorry.
You have deep roots in Coppers Cove.
Well, I've always I did live a few years in Cove, but like I grew up in Killeen, so I went to elementary, middle school, and high school in Killeen. So I have lived in Cove for a couple years since I had the school in Cove. But you know, me and my wife have always normally worked in Harker Heights and whatnot. So it was always more convenient for us to live in, you know, Killeen or Harker Heights for the most part.
Okay. All right, Jimmy. So the Self-Defense America company that you have has been there for over 20 years. Are you seeing an impact right now that we're in shelter in place? How has the coronavirus, how has COVID-19 affected your business?
It's probably dropped it to a third of what I was doing, and you know, things have already kind of been slowing down. I don't know, it's because kids are so much into video games nowadays. I don't know. I think we have actually been for a while, but you know, to the extent where, you know, they don't get out and do as much physical activities anymore. So you know, we were probably down to maybe 40 or 50 students before this happened.
Okay.
But I mean, now we're probably looking at like the you know, like 10 to 20 range as far as who's actually, you know, either still coming in or we started online classes. Yeah, so it's you know, there are some students that you know hopefully will return when this is over. But as far as the online classes, I have about online and people coming in. I have about 18 people, but only so far about maybe about a third of those have actually started the online training. So yeah, like I said, I lived here in 1991 during Desert Storm. when it was like a ghost town and businesses were closing down. My mom worked at a motorcycle shop, and it closed down, and it was just kind of like a ghost town. And I was like a sophomore in high school at that time. But I can remember, hardly any, people out and businesses closing down, and that's really kind of how it feels right now. Yeah.
Well, Jimmy, my goal, guys, my only goal here is to try to help our business owners as much as we possibly can, right? They're all getting impacted right now. And what we want to do is again, put our audience in front of you. So, Jimmy, you mentioned that you're doing online martial arts classes. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, ma'am. Basically, I guess kind of like we're looking at each other right now, so I'm standing in front of a computer, at my school, and I have it hooked up to a TV, so I have a big screen to see everybody at. But we're basically teaching, kind of like the same things we would be teaching, in person at our school. We do teach, so mostly right now online. I'm just doing Taekwondo, so it's mostly kicking, blocking, and punching that people can do by themselves. But we also teach Hapkido, which is more of a grappling style, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is pretty much all grappling for the most part. And we haven't started doing that online yet, because in order to do that, you do kind of need a partner. Which, of course, hopefully we're going to get some people who, have a brother or sister or mom or dad or someone, can be their partner and whatnot. But as of right now, we haven't started that online yet. But other than that, we have a set curriculum that, every belt test, somebody has to do a certain amount of hand combinations or hand and foot combination when they get to a higher belt. And they learn a form, and they learn, we have like a set, block and punch requirement. And then we have different kick requirements for different belts and different breaking technique requirements. So we're doing our best, to go over all those things. And we're still new in the process, but if this unfortunately goes on much longer, I will plan on doing the testing, online as well for the students. And I don't know, they'll get promoted when they come in, or I'll mail them a certificate. Like, I hope we don't get that far, but I'm like I said, I'm trying to do whatever I can to keep things, I guess, as normal as I can, so to speak.
Absolutely. And it's tough times right now, Jimmy. Like we started our conversation, we're all dealing with a new scenario. We were not prepared for this. There's a lot of us who, thank goodness for technology, right, that we're still able to do some minor things, but there's a lot of folks out there that don't realize that we are still open. Like, I would never have thought that self-defense would be that, yes, you can take it online right now. You're getting taught by Master Jimmy. I mean, the best of the best. And you can take these classes online. How phenomenal is that for you guys, especially if you have kiddos right now at home and they're not moving around. They're just playing video games all day, guys. Get them, stand them up, have them take self-defense classes with Master Jimmy right here. He is awesome. He's actually going to be teaching when we get back to going to the office, right? Or maybe, heck, we'll do it online too. And do a self-defense for our sales team, because it's needed. It's regular basic items that we all need as a group. So it's really great physical activity to get your kids moving, guys. So reach out to Master Jimmy. Jimmy, give us your phone number or website.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Phone number is 254-368-2022. And a easier one for you, easier one maybe for everyone to memorize is 254-518-KICK. And KICK is 5425, in case you have a phone that doesn't have the numbers on the letters there. And
sorry, Jimmy, didn't mean to cut you off there. Go ahead.
I was going to tell you, you can call, or our website is Cove, as in like Copper's Cove. So it's CoveMartialArtsFitness.com. So you, if you register in there and give me your number and email, because in order to do the online training, I will eventually need your email if anybody's interested in that. We are actually in Coryell County, so we have not been officially closed yet, unless something changed today. So we are still having classes Monday through Thursday in person at 5 or 6 o'clock. We haven't been over 10 people. Like I said, with this going on, that hasn't been a problem, obviously. But like the biggest class we've had is 6 people, probably in the last couple of weeks. So, and we just started the online training, really kind of officially Monday, and we haven't had a class bigger than 2 so far at a time as far as that goes. As I was saying, things are really slow right now. So, I appreciate your help. It's the Shelly Salas team, and like I said, lots of friends and stuff are reaching out to me, and so one of the good things in this bad time is with all this extra time we have on our hands, people are reaching out to people that they maybe haven't talked to in a while, and whatnot. So. I just appreciate, my family and everyone like you that's trying to help us out.
Absolutely, Jimmy. I mean, I as a small business owner myself, I understand the sacrifices that we all make to continue to keep our doors open, right? So anything that we can do to absolutely help. So this way, all the sacrifices that you've made throughout your life, not only with you running the business, but that you've sacrificed with your family, right? Because a lot of times you will put off birthday parties, you will put off, social gatherings just because, hey, you know what, I got to go teach another class. It's just one more class. It's just one more student, right? So we give so much to the community to try to help them out, and a lot of sacrifices are made along the way. So I think it's our time to, as a community as a whole, that we help as many business owners as we possibly can to keep their doors open, because the last thing we want is someone like you who has sacrificed so much to continue staying in business, that now because of something that is out of your control completely, that your business slows down or that your business closes, right? We don't want to see that. So guys, we're offering this platform to anyone out there who currently has a small business and who has been impacted by coronavirus. Reach out to us. We're getting phenomenal response. We did our first one yesterday. It's tremendous, amazing feedback that we are getting. So we're just here to help, guys. That's the only thing that we want. The only thing that we're trying to establish is to give you a platform with our audience. You already have your own audience. Why not expose yourself to additional folks in our community that can help you? Jimmy here, what we just learned is that Jimmy, great master of Self-Defense America there in Coppers Cove, is doing online classes. All of us have our kids at home right now. We need them to move around. We need them to do physical activity. Put them in touch with Jimmy. This way that you have them, not only are they learning self-defense, but heck, we're getting them to move around, right? To start moving their bodies around because they've been at home for a long time now, right? So Jimmy, your phone number is 254-518-KICK. That's 254-518-KICK, guys. And he also has his website, covemartialartsfitness.com. And we will put all of Jimmy's contact info on here later on today. You'll have his website, you'll have his phone number. You can send us a private message if you want additional information, and we'll put you in touch with Jimmy. And Jimmy, I know you have somewhere to go, so we'll wrap this up. But thank you so much for coming out and doing this with me here from the comfort of your home. But I hope that you enjoyed this little interview that we did here, and hopefully we can help you even just to get one more client through your doors, right? That is the goal.
Is there time for me to add two quick things?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
I did have a parent that, wanted to sign their kid up, but she was like, kind of the whole idea is to get them away from the computer, so she was kind of like, I don't want to do the online. And I said, well, they will technically still be looking at the computer, but at least they'll be exercising while they're looking at the computer. So just when you think, there's no more obstacles. You're like, okay, well, but also more importantly, I want to give one last shout out to you guys for doing this for me and everyone else that you've already done and going to do this for, but also all the first responders and everyone out there working at the grocery stores and whatever that don't have a choice. They have to go to work, and they're like the real heroes right now, with our military, police, and firefighters and so forth. So just want to give a big shout out to them, and once again, thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you. And yes, I second everything Jimmy just said. Thank you guys who are working so hard restocking our grocery shelves, Walmart, HEB, all the stores out there. I mean, you guys are working nonstop. First responders, our military. I mean, thank you so much. Great point, Jimmy. So again, guys, if you want to reach out to Jimmy, we will be posting his website and his phone number on here. And look out for our next live interview here this week. Bye, guys.